Hi folks, welcome to our exotic garden here in the Southern Gulf Islands off the southwest coast of Canada. Um, Most of you know from watching my videos that's what we kind of grow is exotic plants. Wendy and I have a garden overflowing with Exotica, so this is our temperate jungle here on Salt Spring Island. The main reason I moved to Salt Spring Island was actually to grow exotic plants and palm trees. I needed a better climate. I've been growing exotic plants since I was a small kid. I think the very first one I got would have been about 1970 when I was 6 years old at a giveaway. It was the grand opening of some mall up on the Sunshine Coast, and they're giving away free 4-inch tropical plants, and that's when I grabbed my first tropical plant, and I was hooked. And I had that Schefflera plant for many years. It grew into a tree. I had it for 20 years, and then I ended up giving it away to a relative before I moved here to Salt Spring Island in the early 90s. My parents bought here in 1978 on Salt Spring Island, and before that we always had summer place up on the Sunshine Coast at Roberts Creek. They bought that in the 50s, sold that in the late 70s, and then bought here in the Gulf Islands in 78. And I always came here for weekends, and I'd come for spend most of my summer here relaxing, and obviously fell in love with the place. Thought I'd retire here one day, but you know what? After seeing my plants suffer on the mainland, I lived about 30 miles southeast of Vancouver in a zone 8A, 8B climate. Bad winters would always beat up a lot of our plants, and I really got sick and tired of it after a while, so I moved here a lot earlier. So in my 20s, I packed up my bags, and in the early 1990s, I moved to this location on Salt Spring Island. I started planting palms and exotic plants here in 1989 at my folks' place, and even the coldest winters, they were never ever damaged. So I figured this is the place for me to be. So when I bought this place, there was nothing in the garden. There was maybe one forsythia. There was one forsythia plant, and I don't really like forsythia, so I moved out to the back garden. So I've been growing palms at this location for quite a long time. It was a bare canvas. Wendy came into the picture, and the garden is 100% better now. I was more of a foliage gardener, and Wendy's added so many more exotic plants. It really has turned into my kind of jungle. There's nothing really in any particular order, and that's probably the best kind of exotic garden. Becomes very low maintenance. There's no grass to mow, and Wendy is a very keen gardener. She had an amazing garden at her last place that she had garden tours come through. So thanks to Wendy, this garden has improved tenfold. It's just amazing, and the difference she's made coming into this garden is just unbelievable. So anyway, what you see around me here are Trachycarpus palms. There's near 100-foot tall eucalyptus trees. I grew these from seed. A lot of the palms we grow from seed here, and we do actually have a palm nursery here. Everything's locally grown. So when on Salt Spring Island, if you want to see a garden overflowing with Exotica and you're looking for a locally grown Trachycarpus palm, look us up, and we'd be glad to show you around the garden and show you what grows at this end of the island. 3 growing zones on Salt Spring Island to remember: Zone 8A, Zone 8B, and 9A. The mildest areas are 9A, and this is one of the 9A locations. And a northern 9A, by the way, not much different than a southern 9A. So some of the stuff you can grow here is pretty mind-boggling compared to what you can grow in the rest of Canada. So anyway, folks, thanks for watching, and happy palm growing, and visit the Southern Gulf Islands sometimes. You will be impressed. It's a pretty impressive place here, a very unique microclimate. We're in a rain shadow, so we get far less rain to anybody than the east of us on the mainland, and even to the west of us on the Big Island. So remember that, folks. It is a lot drier, and it is a very good microclimate to garden in. We do have to put up with some deer, some rabbits, and very long, dry, warm periods without rain. So there you go. So it does have its challenges. All right, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more garden jungle videos here from Salt Spring Island. Cheers and aloha.